Your mother, Lara, and I were a product of the failures of our world as much as so was. Tied to its fate.
So am I.
No. You're as much a child of Earth now as you are of Krypton. You can embody the best of both worlds. The dream your mother and I dedicated our lives to preserve. The people of Earth are different from us, it's true. But ultimately, I believe that's a good thing. They won't necessarily make the same mistakes we did. Not if you guide them, Cal. Not if you give them hope. That's what this symbol means. The symbol of the House of El means hope. Embodied within that hope is the fundamental belief in the potential of every person to be a force for good. That's what you can bring them.
Why am I so different from them?
Earth's sun is younger and brighter than Krypton's was. Your cells are drunk in its radiation, strengthening your muscles, your skin, your senses. Earth's gravity is weaker, yet its atmosphere is more nourishing. You've grown stronger here than I ever could have imagined. The only way to know how strong is to keep testing your limits. You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun, Cal. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks?
ladies and gents in Cyberland, coming back to you with another film review. And this time we're on to a continuation of where I left off with Wonder Woman, technically in this order of DC Universe. Man of Steel. So, I remember when this was getting ready to come out, I was really excited about it. I just felt like this was going to be a good Superman movie. And I didn't have anything bad or thinking it was going to be a bomb or thinking it wasn't going to be good. I just, after Superman Lives was okay. It just, there wasn't enough Superman in the film to me. I felt that was the issue with it, among a couple other things. But Kevin Spacey really carried that movie. And with this one, I enjoyed the fact that they were starting over, but in the sense of being more on the realistic side of Kal-El and who he was. And on top of that, how does he go through living on Earth and being an orphan and finding out who he is and how to deal with the things that he possesses, the abilities that he possesses. And I felt this film was closer to what Superman really would be, as opposed to what the great late Christopher Reeves had done. It really dealt with the more humanity side of him, of really Kal-El, not Clark Kent. I think people who criticize this film forget that, is that this film wasn't about, because a lot of people are like, well, how come he's not Clark Kent and working at the Daily Planet and blah blah blah. I'm like, because that's not what this was fucking about. That comes later. This is about somebody. And let me take that back. The one thing that I always felt when people criticize that about this film is like, did you not watch Superman as much as you guys claim you did? There was a scene where he went to the Fortress of Solitude. And when he went in, he was a certain age. When he came out, he was another age. So, what do you think was going on during that time? He wasn't at the Daily fucking Planet. He didn't even know Lois at that point. He wasn't even Metropolis yet. So what do you think he was doing? And I think people neglect that, and they think that with this film, he's automatically supposed to be an adult and go straight to the Daily Planet, when I think what Zack Snyder was trying to do was show that part of what wasn't shown in Superman, the original, with the late I forget his name. He was a great director, Richard Donner. The late great Richard Donner. What he was trying to do was show he has realized he has abilities. He doesn't fully know where he's from yet, but he knows he's different. And how he kind of was a drifter and traveled through different parts of the world because he was just trying to find a place just to take care of himself, and he didn't really fit in totally either. And then at some point he's able to do that with being finding out kind of who he is and such. And that's pretty much what this film is about. It's not about Clark, it's about Kal-El. It's about Kal-El establishing what he's supposed to do, figuring out what he's supposed to do, what was he meant to do. The Daily Planet shit and interactions with Metropolis needs to come later. And I think people really missed that point. That this is not a Clark Kent / Superman film. This is a Superman film. And the better you have an understanding of that, the easier time you would have an understanding of embracing the film for what it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be where he has a dual identity. It's supposed to be about him dealing with the fact that he has abilities that nobody else has, or that he's, at least for this time period of the movie, he's the only one that has these abilities. That was the point. Now, as far as how I felt about the film, I give it a 9 out of 10 yes sirs. I didn't dislike anything about it. I loved the soundtrack. It was something so different compared to what was done with John Williams in the Superman. It was just something different. It wasn't meant to be that original sound. And I liked it. I was cool with the cast. Everybody in the film, I felt, did a great job. The scenes where Cal starts using his powers and starts fighting, I loved those scenes. Because it had never been portrayed on film, and I loved seeing it for the first time. I thought it was great. Because, unfortunately, technology, we weren't going to get that with Christopher Reeves. We got something, but it was okay. But to see him go to work with the other Kryptonians and fight that, I loved it. I thought it was great. As far as Kal-El having to kill, people also were bitching and complaining about that. And hate to break it to you, but Kal-El has killed before, and the people that he did kill were Kryptonians. And if you're so concerned that that's not true, look it the fuck up. Because I actually had a comic, I believe it was after Superman came back from the death in the 90s, where it showed a scene that he was wearing like a suit, and he showed kryptonite to the 3 Kryptonians and killed them. So, has Superman killed on a regular basis? No. But the criticism for certain things with this film are just like, it was just mind-boggling to me. Even some people saying the film's too dark. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like the same thing with Batman. It's too dark. It's like, you know what? Go watch, if you can't accept the fact that this was based around certain comic books, then don't fucking watch it. It's as simple as that. I love the fact that Zack was literally trying to entertain the audience. He was just trying to make a good movie. Now, whether some people liked it or not, that's up for interpretation. But this is exactly what I want to see as a Superman film. Because I felt with the Reeves movies, you really couldn't get too much of that because of technology. And let's not forget Superman 3 and 4 were really not too good. For really political reasons behind the scenes. But nonetheless, Henry Cavill is a great Superman. He's a great Clark Kent. He does the role to the T. He respects the lore. He respects the job. Will we ever get to see him again moving forward? I don't know. Probably not. But I'm happy that he took on the job, and he did a very well job. Very well, good job. And with that being said, I would just say, if you want a Superman film, not a dual identity type film, then watch it. If you're looking for that, then you're not going to get it. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.